Mackerel is one of the valuable seafood with high economic value, and mackerel fishing is often done through traditional or modern methods. One of the popular methods is trawling, often used by large fishing vessels. Fishermen will drop the trawl into the sea and pull it up when they encounter a school of mackerel, because this fish often lives in schools. In addition, there is also the method of fishing for mackerel using a fishing rod, with bait being small fish or artificial bait, suitable for fishermen fishing in areas near the shore. Mackerel can also be caught with purse seine or seine nets, with the same working method as other methods, but requires fishermen to have the techniques and experience to identify the location of the school of fish and manipulate the net accurately. These fishing methods all require an understanding of the living and moving habits of mackerel to optimize fishing efficiency. In addition to methods such as trawling, pole and line fishing, another popular method of catching mackerel is using a grab net, also known as a trap net. This method is applied when mackerel move through rocky waters or bays where fish often seek shelter. The grab net is cleverly arranged and shaped like a trap, with small meshes to keep the fish in a preset area. Although these methods are highly effective in catching mackerel, there are also major challenges, especially in maintaining sustainable marine resources. Because mackerel is a migratory species, fishermen need to pay attention to the time and area of fishing to avoid overexploitation, protect marine resources and ensure the growth of fish stocks. Therefore, fisheries management measures, such as banning fishing during the spawning season or applying selective fishing techniques, are considered very important to maintain long-term mackerel supply. In addition, with the development of technology, many fishermen have also applied electronic devices such as radar and fish finders to accurately determine the location of mackerel schools, thereby optimizing fishing efficiency. However, the combination of modern technology and traditional methods still needs to comply with the principles of environmental protection and marine resources to ensure the sustainable development of the mackerel fishing industry. In addition, mackerel fishing is also greatly affected by weather and season factors. Mackerel often move along warm water currents, so fishermen need to have a good grasp of information about weather and tidal conditions to determine the ideal time to go to sea. The mackerel season is usually in late spring to early summer, when the fish concentrate on spawning, so this is the golden time for harvesting. However, during the breeding season, tuna fishing must comply with conservation regulations to avoid negative impacts on wild fish populations. Conservation measures have also been emphasized, with some areas adopting selective fishing to catch only tuna of a certain size, avoiding the exploitation of juveniles. At the same time, awareness-raising programs on sustainable fisheries are increasingly being organized, encouraging fishermen to participate in initiatives to protect marine resources. In the future, if these solutions are implemented synchronously and effectively, tuna fishing will not only bring economic benefits but also contribute to maintaining the biodiversity of marine ecosystems to ensure sustainable tuna fishing. Environmentally friendly technologies and methods are increasingly being applied. One notable advance is the use of environmentally friendly fishing nets, which help to reduce the capture of juvenile fish or unwanted marine life, bycatch. These nets are designed with appropriate mesh sizes, allowing adult tuna to escape easily without being caught, while protecting other fish species from being accidentally caught. In addition, some fishermen have also begun to apply aquaculture techniques combined with wild fishing, such as raising tuna in cages near the shore, to ensure stable tuna sources and reduce fishing pressure from nature. This is a way to increase tuna production, protect marine resources while ensuring the livelihoods of fishermen. Local authorities and environmental protection organizations also play an important role in monitoring and managing fisheries. Fisheries management programs, such as fishing licensing, satellite or radar monitoring of fishing activities, and the dissemination of regulations on marine environmental protection, are effective measures to limit overfishing and ensure the sustainable development of the mackerel fishing industry. With continuous efforts to combine tradition and innovation, mackerel fishing is gradually developing in a more sustainable direction, bringing long-term benefits to fishermen as well as the community. However, to ensure the success of these solutions, raising public awareness and encouraging cooperation among stakeholders is extremely necessary. In addition to applying sustainable fishing methods, developing processed products from mackerel is also an important factor in increasing the economic value of the fisheries industry. After being caught, mackerel can be processed into many different products such as canned mackerel, mackerel fillets, dried mackerel, or grilled mackerel, helping to prolong the preservation time and meet domestic and export consumption needs. These products not only increase the value of mackerel but also create more job opportunities for people in the seafood processing industry. In particular, with modern consumption trends, mackerel products are increasingly popular because they are nutritious, easy to process and can be used for a long time. This opens up a large consumer market, not only domestically but also in other countries, especially demanding markets such as Europe, Japan, or the US. However, to meet this demand, processing facilities need to ensure food hygiene and safety standards, from the harvesting stage until the product reaches consumers. In addition to pre-processed products, mackerel is also an ingredient in traditional dishes of many countries, especially coastal countries. In Vietnam, mackerel is often processed into grilled mackerel, braised mackerel or mackerel soup, which are popular dishes in family meals. These dishes not only bring a unique flavor but also contain many nutrients. Such as omega-3, vitamin D and protein, which are very good for health. In the context of globalization and the development of the food processing industry, diversifying mackerel products helps increase the economic value of the fishing and seafood processing industry, while promoting the sustainable development of this industry. However, the tuna processing industry also needs to pay attention to environmental issues, especially reducing plastic waste and other waste during processing to protect the marine ecosystem. In short, for the tuna fishing and processing industry to develop sustainably, it is necessary to combine reasonable resource exploitation, apply environmentally friendly technologies, develop diverse processed products, and effectively manage aquatic resources. Only when all these factors are implemented synchronously and effectively, will the fisheries industry be able to survive and develop in the long term, bringing benefits to both the fishing community and consumers in addition to solutions to increase product value. Another important factor in maintaining the sustainable development of mackerel fishing is the application of scientific research to fisheries management. Research on the biology, migration and habits of mackerel helped fishermen better understand the reproductive cycle and distribution of this fish species, thereby proposing appropriate protection measures. For example, research shows that mackerel tend to migrate along certain routes and stay in specific areas at certain times of the year. Therefore, establishing no fishing areas during the spawning season is an effective measure to protect mackerel resources in the long term. Another indispensable factor is cooperation between countries in the sea area. Since mackerel is a migratory species, their capture and protection cannot depend on a single country alone. Coastal countries need to work closely together to develop international agreements on the management, conservation and exploitation of mackerel. This will not only help protect fishery resources but also ensure fairness in sharing the benefits from exploitation. On the other hand, the development of technologies to monitor and track the migration of mackerel is also becoming increasingly important. Devices such as electronic tags or satellites can provide detailed information on the migration routes of mackerel, helping fishermen and scientists have more basis to forecast and effectively manage fishing activities. This also helps fishermen avoid fishing in the wrong season or overexploitation, while protecting the marine ecosystem. With all these factors, tuna fishing can become a sustainable industry, not only providing fishermen with a stable income but also protecting the environment and marine resources for future generations. The main methods of catching tuna are trawling, purse seine and pole and line, of which trawling is the most popular method, often used by large fishing vessels. Fishermen will drop the net into the sea and pull it through areas where schools of tuna are moving, because this fish often live in schools and move along warm water currents. This method requires skillful techniques to avoid damaging the net and catch effectively. In addition, fishermen also use purse seine to surround the tuna in a small area, thereby quickly collecting them. For fishermen fishing near the shore, pole and line fishing for mackerel is another method used, often using small fish or artificial bait to attract fish. This fishing method is suitable for small boats and is more personal, creating direct interaction with nature. These methods not only require the skills of the fishermen but also depend on understanding the migration habits and behavior of mackerel to be highly effective. In addition to methods such as trawling, purse seine and pole and line fishing, another technique in catching mackerel is using a net or trap. This is a fairly effective fishing method in areas near the shore, where mackerel often seek refuge or shelter. The trap net is shaped like a trap, placed in areas with strong currents or around islands and reefs where mackerel tend to pass. When mackerel move into the net area, they will be trapped, making it easy for fishermen to harvest. In addition, with the development of technology, many fishermen now apply modern equipment such as sonar, fish finder, or radar to accurately determine the location of mackerel schools under the sea, thereby adjusting nets and fishing equipment for the most effective results. These devices help fishermen save time and effort, while increasing the likelihood of success when going to sea. However, regardless of the method used, mackerel fishing must still comply with regulations on protecting aquatic resources to avoid overexploitation. In recent years, authorities have introduced measures to limit mackerel fishing during the spawning season or in sensitive areas to protect fish schools, maintain the balance of the marine ecosystem and ensure sustainable resources for the fisheries industry in addition to the application of modern technology and traditional fishing methods. Fisheries management also plays an important role in maintaining long-term mackerel resources. Regulations such as limiting the size of mackerel that can be caught, applying closed fishing seasons or zoning fishing areas are also implemented to protect young mackerel individuals and create opportunities for this species to develop. For example, coastal areas and deep waters are often strictly protected during the mackerel spawning season, when schools of fish gather to spawn, to ensure that they are not affected by fishing activities. In addition, many fishermen have switched to selective fishing methods that help reduce the impact on the marine environment. For example, instead of using small mesh nets that may catch young fish or unwanted species, they use larger mesh nets or special trapping devices to catch only adult mackerel. This is a way to help fishermen not only protect mackerel but also contribute to protecting other marine species. In particular, cooperation initiatives between coastal countries have also become an important part of protecting global mackerel resources. Mackerel is a migratory species, so management and conservation cannot stop at the national level. International cooperation agreements on mackerel protection and exploitation have been signed, helping fishermen of coastal countries coordinate closely in controlling fishing conditions, protecting marine ecosystems and sharing resources fairly. With the combination of modern fishing methods, environmental protection techniques and strict management regulations, mackerel fishing not only meets consumption needs but also protects marine resources, ensuring sustainable development for fisheries. To maintain the sustainable development of mackerel fishing, education and raising public awareness also play a very important role. Fishermen and seafood processing enterprises need to be equipped with knowledge about regulations to protect marine resources, as well as sustainable fishing methods. Environmental protection organizations and governments can organize training courses, workshops and propaganda campaigns to encourage fishermen to apply fishing techniques with low environmental impact and protect juvenile fish species. In addition, encouraging the application of environmentally friendly technologies, such as the use of sustainable nets or devices to reduce bycatch, catching unwanted fish and marine life, is also one of the measures to help reduce negative impacts on the marine ecosystem. Many studies have shown that these technologies not only help protect mackerel but also help reduce the impact on other fish and marine life, thereby maintaining the balance in the marine ecosystem. In addition to the above factors, the consumer market also plays an important role in shaping the trend of mackerel exploitation, as consumers become increasingly concerned about the origin and quality of products.